Go tit. Go tit. And I'm pretty sure I have another go tit over here. Let me make sure and double check if there is a go tit. Right? And no. And here we go. So, namaste, namaste, namaste. Greetings to you all. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco and Northwest of Mexico. Finally, the weather report, right? I got to be very honest, though. I'm really kicking it in these last few days pertaining to Saturn. My bros are uberly supportive and are here with me. We have been just really, man, rocking it on out, man. Really enjoying the transits that we see that are coming ahead, you know, and really here to just share with you guys what it is that we have here. But without further ado, here are my magnificent bros in my wealth, please. In my wealth, please, 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 please. Am I putting the right ways?
Islam. To my bay. I am to my bay. For all you.
Yeah.
Islam, peace and love. You already know, brother. Shiny all is well. Yup.
Absolute Timon, absolute Timon. All right, so with that being said, guys, let me just get to this screen share here. Why don't I? All right, and let's share the screen on this one. Start the broadcast, and we're just gonna show you guys what we are looking to bring to you right now. We'd like to welcome you to our 7HealStar.com, right? Astrology Firm, our astro calendar, right? This is for our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, all righty? For our astro calendar from March, Aries 2022 to February, Pisces 2023. Time never was when man was not quoting Al-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Ali. And to just show the month that we're analyzing, which pertains to the water sign Cancer, the crab, ruled anciently and contemporarily still by Luna, the moon. In this particular month, or moon cycle, this particular month, as others say, but the fire sign Leo is there also within this month. Pertaining to the lion and ruled, you know, of course, all the time so far, anciently and contemporarily by soul. All right, the sun. So subconscious mind and the soul's destination, subconscious mind and the ego and personality. Right. Sometimes it just depends on which angle you're looking at. So that's what we're analyzing here when referring to July. All right, we're analyzing the 7th through the 13th, and for Thursday will be starting it off. Our beloved brother Sean Alim L. Braveheart, right, my brother Braveheart out, kicking it off for the 7th. All right, that's Thursday, and then our beloved brother in whom we're well pleased, who has obviously come here from another time. All right, with his guitar. Right, as well as obviously a DeLorean that he hasn't given us full disclosure about because all of his references are from the 70s. Just kidding. However, our beloved brother in whom we're well pleased, the heart of the lion, brother Regulus, Time Sar, Muhammad Bey, brother Terrell Tamari Bey, will have Friday, all righty, the 8th. One of the, I think that's the 3rd greatest day in the year. I think Brother Benjamin has one of the 1st greatest days, you know, in the year. And then it's Brother Jag, and then it's another brother I can't really recall right now. And then, you know, I think Brother Sean's got the 4th greatest day of the year. And then, you know, Brother Corey has the 5th greatest. We're just speaking about within 7HealStar Astrology Firm as a joke. That's all. We just do a running joke. However, our brother Terrell has the 8th. The 9th and the 10th, for Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, I'll be giving my diverse testimonies for those transits also. Looks like I may have the brunt of the work too. I'm just eyeballing this thing here. Alrighty, and for the 11th, for Monday, that'll be Brother Terrell Tamari Bay. For the 12th, Brother Sean Alim Mel, and the 13th, closing out for that full moon, it will be Brother Hassan Ghazi. All right. So if we just kind of look there, just count it up real quick for Thursday and Tuesday, there are 6 testimonies for Brother Sean Alim Mel. For Friday and Monday, there are another 6. Look at that, 6. And let's see. What I have for Saturday, that looks like 5. Sunday is 4. That's a 9. And then there looks like there was 6. Very Cancerian with the 6s and the 9s there. All righty, 6 times 3 gets you 18. So looky, Astro Cookie. It looks like we have, 18 plus 9, which is 27. Look at that, right? Talking about a moon cycle, and we're talking about where are you going? How dare you say, no, I'm kidding. It's delicious. Okay, so anyway, binging on salted caramel. All right, anyway, don't judge me. It's vegan. So with that being said, let's all get it started. Alrighty, so let me go over here and screen share. Alrighty, guys, for our over here, and Brother Jag, immediately I'm going to give you controls too. Are you able to take controls also, bro, or no?
No, I'm only on my phone.
Okay. That's or no, got you. So let's see. All right, I'm on it. Dog on it. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to still need the calendar up. Right. All right. We're going to get this started with Brother Sean Alim Mel, who's kicking it off with a sunrise that's taking place. As a matter of fact, let me hit cancel real quick and bring up the different chart that I like to see there. Ready, actually. 6th, and let's find the sunrise for the 7th. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's do the screen share here, and Brother Sean Alim Mel is going to kick it off for us all. Let's see what we got here. I yield the floor to our beloved brother, in whom we are well pleased, Brother Sean Alim Mel.
Yes, ma'am. All right, actually, finish this. I'm over here scribbing from the earlier conversation, right? I can notice that.
Are you on your phone or are you on your computer, bro?
I'm on a laptop.
Oh, you want to try to see if you can get your hand at the remote control?
Let me see. All right, I just hit request.
Hold on. Listen, you don't have to. I'm already here. I already gave it to you. So you good. You ain't got to do it now. It's just for when me or Jag go. That's it. Just to see if you can. If you can't, no worries. Just let it be known. You already know. Build it while we fly. However, let's be brief with our testimonies because we already know how it goes. So we already said, let's see what we can do in under an hour. I mean, we can do like an hour and a half or less, honestly. However, are we ready?
Let's get it. All right, we got sunrise here. We have the sun at 15 degrees Cancer. Sun conjunct ascendant, sunrise. So, just love the home. Love yourself, love the home. And I will yield and get into the first testimony. And let's see, we've got a lunar Venusian trine. Yeah, that trine. All right. Let's see. All righty, here we go. So this is Thursday to Thursday, July 7th. One day before, one of the 5 greatest astro days of the day, right? Of the year. And
You gotta
yeah,
always say hashtag inside joke. That's
inside.
really, because actually the premiere of it all can't even be numerated. It's actually Prophet Noble Ali, solar return, and CM phase, So, however, that's without going saying we're making that joke in honor. However, go ahead, bro. I yield.
Islam indeed. All right, so we're at 153. So we've got Luna 16 degrees, 59 minutes, and Libra, and we have Venus. Where's she at? I see her. 16 degrees, 59 minutes, Gemini, and the second. So I have written a report with a little quick statement. So this is a harmonious time to get to the unconscious or hidden flow of the home life and affairs. Finding a new sense of value, or really just coming into an appreciation of what one has. Finding justice when it comes to contracts and dealing with mental habits. A great day to enjoy social gatherings with yourself, loved one, friends, or family. Also, there could be some some birthday parties going on for someone, surprise parties, receiving gifts. Someone could be getting a bird as a pet, or something resonating with 1255, 1255. And I will yield for the lunar Venusian trine and get into my next one. We got a lunar Saturnian trine. So we got some trines back to back. All right. All righty. So still lovely moon day, Intuition Monday. Make sure you tap in with us. We've got Luna.
Hold on. Wait one moment.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Now you're ready to rock and roll.
All right. I'm ready to rock. All right. No, this is the Thursday. Oh yeah. So 1500 hours, 17 minutes. We got Luna at 24 degrees. 24 minutes, Libra, and Saturn at 24 degrees, 24 minutes, Aquarius in the fourth house. So, just for a quick two-piece jab, we can say just some, some home healing. But, to get into this harmonious trine, this is an opportunity to structure, become aware, and remove limitations from my mind's and subconscious structure. Some could be wanting to move from their hometown in order to go after their music dreams. Honor comes to those who have stayed true to the path of achieving their hopes and wishes. Someone could also be dreaming about their lost estate, really able to start putting pieces together, finding ways to relate to others, new home or new rug. Someone could be getting some lights, some decorations, something just to really, deck out the home life. Or just anything that's beautifying the home, whether it's like getting some patios or getting some new, electronics or anything like that, just structuring and beautifying the home. Family tree puzzles, for somebody out there. Those keys will be given to you by your grandfather, and that could be maternal or paternal. And I'll yield for a lunar Saturn trine. And get into the last one for the day. All right, so we got a lunar Pluto square, right? Pluto. All right, let me see what appear that is. All right, there we go. So we got Luna at 27 degrees, 38 minutes, in the ninth house and Libra still. And we've got Pluto at 27 degrees, 38 minutes, Capricorn retrograde. All right, so just to be quick, emotional cycles and triggers being tested at the home and career, or or the job. What's the challenge between emotional justice and applying one's own self views and identity? Viewing one's actions and mindsets from within to make adjustments on the outer. Taking restrictions, delays, and worries, and transmuting that energy into solutions and clarity. And also we could be seeing, around this time or maybe a little later, a foreign mother speaks up about cultural justice and life struggles. And I will yield. And after this aspect, Luna will be going void of course for 4 hours and 11 minutes. So, no major purchases or, any things during this time. Make sure, you go to 7HealStar and you fill your card up for some readings. And when that period is over, hit that, and get that. And I'll yield to Brother Jag. Yeah, I'll yield to Brother Jag.
Islam.
AKA my bro with the Tamari,
Islam. All right, so we're dealing with the 8th of July, right? 1442. And the sun is at 16 degrees, Cancer, 14 minutes. This is a holy day, of course, like we said, and this is also one of the 7HealStar's brothers, solar return. I'll let you figure out who that is. That's up to you. Send your donations as you please. So yeah, on this day specifically, very very pious active day, or just going back to the roots of who you are. Really getting and connecting to the quote unquote spiritual text or holy text. Really just seeing the unity in both religious law and quote unquote civil law, so to speak, or any sort of law thing. You're seeing the unification in all such school of thought, so to speak. There's this sense of clarity here on this holy day here. And if things aren't so clear on this holy day for you, you may have some washing of the mind to do, so to speak. Baptism. Go to the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary and look that up. All right, we can move on to the moon going into Scorpio. Oh, well, no, moon's going into Scorpio. So yeah, that's just pretty much that, uncovering the things that seems.
Pardon me, you did.
No, you're good. You're good. You good. You could just keep it on that aspect. You could just keep it on that aspect, bro.
Hold on.
Oh, it's too late. You did it. You moved too fast.
Boom.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, moon's in 7th, hugging that 7th. Yeah. So yeah, just uncovering what it is you connect to and how that relates to your life, so to speak. We can move on to the moon opposing Mars, and that's really just not being so emotionally moved, so to speak. Right?
Yep.
Move on to that. Yeah, so the moon is in the 5th, Mars in the 11th. Yeah. So it's like we're figuring out what moves us and what ignites us, and how, with that Mars being debilitated, it's just best to really, be patient, to let your emotions rock you off your rocker so much. And really just listen to some sort of school of thought or some sort of astrologer according to what's happening with this aspect, possibly.
That is quite the stellar. You're muted, bro. All right, so we set the next. So it's going to try Mercury. Next one. All right, so Brother Terrell, what's going on? Luna in 180-degree reflection to Mars. All right, so this is happening. Luna's in Scorpio in the 5th house. We have Mars in Taurus in the 11th house. So we're actually, just basic short-term keywords: home, inheritance, creativity. So just we are able to allow ourselves an area of life and creativity, even when it may pertain to how we are presenting ourselves, for, really in a sense to, preparing to present ourselves for others, as well as maybe preparing children to be able to, take within themselves, within their subconscious mind, maybe some manner pertaining to thinking that will allow their standing to be in conjunction with not only maybe things from their past life or their immediate life, but this is the childhood. So it could also refer to one's childhood that would be the progenitor to said progeny, right? The mother and or quote unquote father to said heir, right? And the fated relationships pertaining to, when it deals with how the presentation is, how maybe even procreation may go, even when it comes to children, if one does not have any way, sense of shape or form, or at one sense of time they thought, oh, I could never have children, or I'm not going to have children at a certain time of life. It's like, this right here is actually showing a very fecundous like type energy. And even though, Luna is exalted in Taurus and Mars would be dominant in Scorpio, to actually see Mars is still ruling here in this chart, ruling over the 11th house, because the 11th house cusp is still just 49 arc minutes past the solar exaltation degree. So with that being said too, at 19 degrees, right, within that we have this very active sudden change in the direction in which we're going in life, pertaining to how we share and gain, or even when it comes to, other people's children, so to speak. So now what we're able to do is just be able to be, proactive in how we're going to share the things that we are, destined to share, and the people we're destined to share with. So with that being said, we can now see reflecting there this energy that is very nurturing to the way that things were from old times past. However, being creative and allowing the children to be able to benefit and create their own standing, to create their own legacy, and allow that fated reaction with children to be very nurturing in a sense where you get to actually clear some karma here. So, be that guiding light for some child of your own, or your inner child, or someone else's children, right? So with that being said, yeah, it's long to that, right? So with that being said, just responding to my bro in our chat that we have going on. So with that being said, I'm gonna move on to the next aspect here. Just waiting on Brother Terrell. Brother Terrell, you there, bro? Or you got something going on around you? Nothing in the chat there. Forward there. Brother Sean, would you like to do the Luna trine Mercury?
Indeed, yeah, for sure.
Gotcha.
Let's see. All right, we got Luna at 7 degrees Scorpio in the first, trine Mercury in Cancer. Would you look at in the 9th house? All right, so we got some foreign, higher learning. So I'm gonna just really say there's gonna be some communication, whether it be by just digging through some old pictures in your home, or just getting with some family members, communicating, or even just really like remembering some dreams, or coming into like a prophetic vision, or someone decided to get a tarot reading and really, it shifted something in how they perceive not only themselves but their viewpoint of the world. So now they're looking to put their their mental emotions and their subconscious in order, you know, really understanding that, you know, life, we just flow, we have to go with the flow and not, you know, fight against it. Going with the flow makes things easier. So, you know, being open to some higher learning communication, you know, and it might seem mysterious to you, so don't reject it, you know, for comfort's sake, you know, because that information that could be presented to you, you know, really open up lines of communication. And I will yield for that Luna Mercurian trine, you know.
All righty.
You know, get back into the flow of things, you know, ride with the flow.
It's time to go with in it. Let's do this, all right? Here we go. Got the 9th and the 10th. Let's knock this out. 5 on the 9th, 4 on the 10th. All righty. So for the 9th July, that is Saturn Day, right? Eloah, Cassiel, 2022, 0500, 50 minutes and 10 seconds thereafter. We have a solar ascending conjunction here, 17 degrees. Cancer, 12 minutes, of course. All righty, and just can actually see how that is looking. See you, Brother Sean.
I'm trying to see if it let me.
It's not letting you select. Pressure down arrow real quick just to see. So you can't select.
Okay, I think yeah, it does. It's just a little time lapse on it. So, you know, do delineations and I'll get everything else put up for you.
All right, see how it goes. If it allow you to tab or whatever. All right, so sweet. Busting the move now. So guys, when we're looking at this solar ascending conjunction here, just looking for Luna, right? Where's Luna? Well, Luna's right here, right? Luna's right here, 16 degrees, right? Scorpio, 30 minutes, all right. Rocking it out in the 5th house again, right? So at this time from the 5th house, you know, it's interesting, guys. You know, this is one of those, if you're looking to have a Pisces Aries child, this is definitely the day to do it. Because after this, you know, after this sunrise, I should be looking for the moon and sun to be trying. Like, is that okay? So first, Mercury and Jupiter are going to be square, obviously. And I do see that nearing, right? So Jupiter is at, you know, 8:25. And so this must be way before sunrise. Oh, yeah, it's at 0214 minutes, right? So that's why even Mercury is, you know, 19 arc minutes past being square Jupiter, but Jupiter is there in the 10th and Mercury's there rising in the 12th. Along with Venus. So during the sunrise that I'm describing. So with that being said, it's letting you move that thing. So with that being said, you guys can actually see that what we are actually looking for really at the sunrise when we rise. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, this might be one of those. You'll definitely be able to bring life with this, you know, because usually, even in the Farmer's Almanac, as they call it, and you guys are not part of agriculture. You know, you're not chattel property. However, people breed animals, as they call them. They do them when the moon's in Scorpio, and seeing where the moon is, it's you know, after this square with Mercury and Jupiter, which lets me know that it's a very strong possibility that Mercury had this square with Jupiter in the 1st house. So I mean, Mercury is in his joy. It's a possibility that Jupiter could be in his joy also, but I doubt it. I think it's going to still be in the 10th. It's not going to be in the 11th. We'll see. That would be very interesting. Even though it's a square, both Mercury and Jupiter would be in their joy. That would be phenomenal to see, like, whoa. However, with that being said, Let's see, I got you, bro. Right. Boom. And with that, we're going to previous it on now. Boom, shakalaka. Right. So now let's see, where is, did I still? Okay, 21341. Oh, hold on. Jupiter is in, oh, hold on. Where's, oh, it's in a second. Ah, yeah, it is a few hours. Yeah, right. It's quite a few hours before. So yeah, however, Jupiter, let's see. Am I right? No. Jupiter's not in his joy. Jupiter's actually in the 12th house. 12th house cusp is at 5 degrees Aries, 40 minutes. Jupiter's at 8 degrees Aries, 6 minutes. So yeah, Jupiter's in the 12th. Mercury is in the 2nd. All right. So with this square here, what we're actually looking at is a means to really serve some kind of notice, alrighty, that will really allow the values pertaining to family to be seen, even more succinctly. However, it would have to be in a way where people are not allowing themselves to be documented as federal agents to do so. And people want to have to really go back. I feel a lot of ancient foremothers and forefathers principles. However, they cannot be instituted nor comprehended in a very selfish fashion, so to speak. It must be universally based in principle, or based in universal principle. How we need to place the term universal. Whether it's an adverb or an adjective, universally or universal principle, however you want to place it, as an adverb or adjective. However, with that being said, we can actually see that there's this means of getting over the obstacle and being able to communicate those family values that are paramount in us being able to really see how in expanding the isolation of ourselves, right, may be ideal. However, we can get over that when someone just really expresses sincere love, sincere care, and sincere invite, alrighty, to be a part of the rest of our loved ones. Hit the next button too before you hit that, boom shakalaka. Oh snap, brother, Braveheart got it down to a science. All right, find time of aspect that we can move on to our solar lunar trine here.
It takes a little bit, but yeah, it's slowly surely.
It's long. At 10 minutes after 0-100, right? Roughly what it would be saying once it actually comes on uppity duppity. I think it's moving. Let's see. Did it not click? Try one more time, bro. Let's see. Good. Let's see. It might. Oh, hold on. I think we good. 0700 hours, 9 minutes, and 49 seconds. All right, so we are having it happen here at 17 degrees Scorpio, 15 minutes. All righty, that's where Luna is in Scorpio in the 4th house in accidental dignity. However, a lot of people are like, oh, Scorpio does the worst there because it's exalted in Taurus, so it must be debilitated here. All righty, in Scorpio, and that's, however, not true, especially when you're talking about Monomoria. When you go to the Monomoria, actually, correct? Wow, you should not have to request those things, mother. But I see it popping up here. That sucks. Because it's a Google Drive. All righty. Shout out to the Moors in the green room. Sometimes we, invite guests to just kick it, in the background while we're doing this, guys. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun to do. Yeah, you shouldn't have to ask for any of those things. But yeah, keep sending all the requests for all of them. And then that time, by the time I'm complete or whatever, it'll be that all I gotta do is just hit enter, or yes. All right, so guys, so we see here Luna and Scorpio in the 4th house. Like I said, accidental dignity. And the Monomoria, Luna does great at 19 degrees. Luna does awesome at 19 degrees Scorpio. according to the Monomoria. All right, so you check that on now. However, we're looking at this trine with the sun. Look at that, 16 degrees. Pardon me, 17 degrees, Cancer. 15 minutes, right? 16 is nowhere there, but it's between 15 and 17, depending on how you count it anyway. With that being said, we are really looking at a means for us to really communicate from the heart. We might actually be able to, put out the shine of some fascination and denial when really allowing ourselves to breathe again, all righty, and allowing, not a sincere, a sincere combustion, so to speak, pertaining to the lungs. However, if we really look at this here, let's really recognize that as we're looking at this trine happening, very interestingly, Venus just, past the so-called homicide degree at 17 degrees. Goodness gracious, how did I know that was about to happen? I heard it too. I'm gonna eat while I'm online. I don't even care. Yeah, I don't even care. Right? All right. So anyway, we can get through these testimonies though. However, all right. So with that being said, so when really looking at this triangle, that is a harmony, right? A harmony really in the areas of life that where we can really have some endings. And maybe in those endings, we're allowing ourselves to really find the values in our relationship, are really taking some core values that are nurturing. We can really find some nurturing that will allow us to be able to really bring a standing in our relationships with others in a way that we can be able to see the harmonies. And when we go to really put ourselves in other people's shoes, that's this Mercury with the sun and Lilith here in the 12th house it literally is like the slogan for this, conjunction here, seeming conjunction, sort of. Actually, it is a conjunction with the connector being the sun. With this conjunction here, it's like, when you're putting yourself in other people's shoes, when you're sitting there and thinking like, I don't want to be treated real fucked up, so let me just treat people like this. And so there's a harmony that actually takes place that allows you to really probably bring some values from your grandmother or your mother or your father's mother, which is your grandmother. However, you're going to be bringing some of those qualities from the past that you remember that are actually very beneficial to you and allow you to really, nurture some things that you thought were dark and hidden and that you didn't want to speak about, but now you are able to come across people that can relate to those so-called dark areas in your life. And guess what? Now you can be able to actively bring about those values when it comes to standing in those relationships. So now you're able to really find a place in, you're able to finally make a quote unquote home within your home, because now the communication has allowed for there to be a way to end isolating thoughts or thoughts that may hinder cohesive interaction with your loved ones. I really feel that melting away, because there's coming a time where people are going to have to really utilize community, alrighty, very strongly. You're going to have to, really make sure you are connected to where you're growing food, or be with people that, know how to grow food, connected to people that can grow food, things of that nature. Alrighty, so that's really how I'm looking at that. So that you won't have to really feel the pain when a food shortage is staged. Alrighty. And I think I said that correctly. When a food shortage is staged. All right, just want to make sure I said that correctly. All right, so with that being said, I yield for my next aspect, actually. Let's see, this is number trace. All right, Luna's going to be reflecting Uranus. So look, with this Luna Uranus reflection, right? Okay, it's still taking place on the Scorpio-Taurus axis, or the Taurus-Scorpio axis. 18 degrees is where it's happening, obviously, because Luna's at 17. Uranus isn't going to move too much further from 18 degrees 4 minutes. However, okay, you got it. Cool, you got it. All right, bet. Let's see. Did it go? All right. Boom, shakalaka, tick, taka, don't stop. 18 degrees 4 minutes Scorpio. That's what I say it. That's what I say. So Luna is still rocking an accidental dignity there, and just 56 minutes away from its perfect position in Monomoria. Alrighty, and right there, rocking in the 10th house with a Venusian dispositorship going on from 19 degrees. Right, look at that. That's just a little over a semi-sextile from there, right? Which means that there is a, quincunx between Venus and Luna that's a cooking, right? Luna's about to be quincunx Venus. So that just really kind of lets you know that we're really into the health pertaining to home and our standing. So we're going to be seeing some radical changes to our standing, because what's going to be actually recognized by the people, right? There are going to be things that you actually planted. And there are things that you planted, that you've done, whether it's your garden, whether it's work that you've done, whatever it is that you've done, the people are going to be able to see it now. That which you already shared out there to your peers or whatever, there's going to be a sudden change in how it is, how you're seen, how is things that you do. I mean, I'm just saying collectively. There's going to be a change in how you are seen. It's going to be moving towards your destiny and the values pertaining to such. All righty. Venus is here really allowing, some familial or some inheriting communications that are being shared with you that will really allow you to kind of have some local movement, so to speak, in areas that may seem foreign, or areas that you may not be your familial roots. However, due to you actually having a loved one that can be a beautiful interpreter for you, so to speak, you're able to get around, say things, do things. So just imagine I don't know, somebody's near Australia continent and they move near Singapore for love or whatever, so to speak, quote unquote. And it's like, even though they don't speak, the different languages near Singapore, like whom they're with loves them so much, they're going to make sure that they don't really have a miscommunication on that. So it's really a very healthy communication type aspect with this Uranus opposing Moon, with Moon applying quincunx to Venus being ruled by Mercury at this point. Like, that's really sweet. But probably by the time that happens, Venus will probably be in the 10th house by the time that happens. However, ruling the 10th still also. So that's why I just like, this is really cool, because that's only going to take 4 minutes for that threshold to cross, so to speak, 4 to 5 minutes before Venus is in there. So yeah, so by like 8:37, 8:38, Venus will be in the 10th house. However, yeah, I yield for it. Make sure you guys are, really, really communicate from the heart. Don't hold back. Say what needs to be said. All righty. So next we have the lunar Saturnian square, and it is looking very good. And that is a lunar Saturnian square, all right? So we got Luna and Scorpio in the 11th house, all righty? So we're at home really doing our best to inherit things that we shared, or we are really having things shared with us via the inheritance, and allowing our subconscious mind to really not look at things dogmatically anymore. We're looking at the occult or seemingly hidden things from our childhood, and really allowing ourselves to find the exalted or dominating benefits, really, when it comes, especially going back and recalling astrology, because what we're really allowing ourselves to do collectively, we're really bringing to the forefront and bringing to our minds these things where we can really, really sincerely expand on how we're instituting things that may appear painful, but we can take this pain and really allow ourselves to really take the alleged or seemingly foreign things that we do. All right, you probably come to a galactic center within ourselves, really transform the way that we even have, possibly intercepted some essential things in ourselves, and now allow ourselves to take those things that are within us that are essential, transform those things, and really bring out the values that really will allow us to expand ourselves. It'll seem like we're pouring out knowledge, when really all we're doing is just really going within, and in this time allowing Saturn to transit so close to the heart, when any planets are retrograde in their orbit, they're the closest to Earth. So at this point in time, Saturn is very close to the Earth. Earth and heart is the same word. Let's transpose the H from the end to the beginning. And what you'll be able to see, it's interesting because even Saturn birth looks like an H. What we're allowing ourselves to do is discipline. How? Not in a negative fashion where we're thinking, oh no, I am dreading discipline. No, we're allowing ourselves to really go within and go, hey, loving ourselves is actually worth it. So now you're allowing yourself to get over the obstacle of this deep-rooted self-hate that was shared with you probably at an imbalanced time in life. Let's consider where Venus is, not even just kind of, I don't want to seem like I'm guessing. However, Venus is in the 6th house in Gemini, right? So maybe even here, the values that were communicated to you, maybe they misserved you. And now here's where you can fix that service and get over that obstacle and really allow yourself to expand. And maybe what may seem foreign to you has been within you the whole time. Transform with that and allow yourself to really even expand and share those things within that seem like they were restrictive. Whole time, they were the things that you needed. It's like the movie Divergent. I yield the floor. Next, we see a Luna Neptunian trine. That's going to be happening around 2000 hours and 55 minutes. Again, this is a lunar Neptunian trine. Is it me? Because I got the pin too close. Probably because I had the pin too close to the pad, bro. My apologies. All righty. So with that being said, right? Boom shakalaka, TikTok, don't stop her. All right, so here we go. Now we see Luna here, still in Scorpio, of course, right? Most awesomest place ever for Luna to be, I think. However, that's my opinion. Scorpio, right? So again, this is a 4-8-10 type of situation. So we're home inheriting our essentials. So, those domiciled inherited essentials that we are in harmony, that we have here in harmony with the way that we're actually instituting, right? We're really sitting here instituting in a very isolated fashion the values that we see that are really fit for us to really expand. And I mean, guys, Chiron is the wounded healer. So you can really take the, things that seem like they were painful and really institute a very constructive ideal where you can bring about some values that really will allow yourself to really allow yourself to really create a standing that you only imagined as a child. Remember when you was a child, you said, I want to be, insert here, whatever it is, when I grow up. This is what you can actually do. I just trust that whatever you want to do when you grow up wasn't like, I want to be a prostitute. And I hope that's because that's Scorpio. Very interestingly, what's intercepted is Aquarius here. I'm not being vulgar. I'm just saying, there's just some things here that I think that you will find that you wanted to express. I think this will be the time to really see, hey, how could I really allow those things that are within my subconscious mind to really be expressed, things I remember from my childhood, and really check, how I stand with those things within inside myself, and really allow myself to really see, am I instituting some values that will really, be beneficial to me? Because now I've isolated myself to take the time to really see and measure these things with myself. Can I really expand those ideals, or am I really just allowing myself to be, hurting, in the long run? I'm really hurting that inner child because Chiron's at 16 degrees Aries, which deals with children. So there's this inner child within whose values must be expanded upon. However, the way they're being instituted isn't really something that's healthy. So now we must go within and, allow the things that we thought were secret and that were hidden. They're like knocking on our mind's door within. So it's ready to pour out. Hey, man, are you really about this or not? Type energy. I yield the floor to my next aspect. I'm going for a sunrise now, because we're going to the 10th now. We'll do these.
Yeah, I might need a keyboard hand over here.
Got you, no problem. Boom, shakalaka, TikTok, ascendant, boom, right? And let's do this here. Let's do a double D week, right? And next on that, boom, solar ascendant conjunction, right, for the 10th July. 2022, 0500 hours and 53 minutes, 48 seconds. There is what we got going on this 7 and 18 degrees Cancer, and Luna is right here rocking it, right? Did we really? So we obviously got to avoid the course that happened that I didn't talk about yet, because we're talking about sunrise. So at 34 minutes after midnight is what, of course, I'm going to refer back to, because obviously Luna is here at 0 degrees. Sagittarius, 40 minutes in the 5th house. So really, we're really at home, bringing out things that pertain to higher learning for the children. So I really think, homeschooling is woo. When I say what they call homeschooling, pardon me, I really feel in this day, a lot of people are going to be commencing ways to, make it so that around the home, homeschooling never stops. I think that's what a lot of people are looking for too. It's one thing to have traditional times to set aside for learning for your little ones and other loved ones. However, you can incorporate every day what you do around the home to be a means for one another to learn from each other in a loving fashion. So just seeing that on this day, I really think that we can take advantage of this in the mind for us to really be creative in how we're going to really take some erudite means in allowing ourselves to really nurture one another. All righty. With that being said, so let's go to that last aspect that Luna makes 34 minutes after midnight. All right, it's going to be sextile Pluto. Very interesting, because sextile is growth and opportunity. So with that growth and opportunity, I got you, bro.
Yes.
With that growth and opportunity, right? It's going to hit previous. With the growth and opportunity there, Luna, 27 degrees, Scorpio, 35 minutes, therefore 27 degrees, Capricorn, 35 minutes, retrograde for Pluto. This is a 8th house looking like, right? And 10th house, alrighty? So a communication's worth of houses apart from one another with the subconscious mind, and the things that, may seem hidden or occult, or those things that are regenerative, especially when we're looking at the 8th house also, allowing ourselves to really inherit the things that are necessary. Oh, wow, you get to move a mouse too, bro. I saw that. Amazing. Okay, yeah, absolutely. And then, Pluto's there in the 10th and being ruled by Saturn, very interestingly. And you have Mars there first. So it really just allows us to really want to be able to share the things with others about ourselves, so that we can be able to have a growth opportunity with those that we, value in our partnerships, while really allowing ourselves to just, this is probably that day you guys should just compliment each other. If you work with a certain team, you guys work together, or you punch a clock for a so-called job or whatever, then this is that day. If you're the team manager, or you're the subject matter expert, you're the SME on the call center floor, this would probably be that day to, point out those that are very productive in the team, people that are really allowing productivity numbers to be whatever goal it is that you need it to be, type of energy. I'm not promoting corporate federal agent chattel pecuniary compensation games as much as what I'm actually just saying is the spirit to encouragement. This is a very encouraging transit. Luna is void of course for exactly 4 hours, because its last aspect was made sextile to Pluto at 0000 hours 34 minutes. That's going void of course until 0400 hours and 34 minutes. So roughly exactly 4 hours exactly, and Luna ingresses Sagittarius. Luna ingressing Sagittarius. Alrighty. Got you. No worries. Keep it there. Boom.
Indeed.
Boom. Okay. Boom. Shut up. Alrighty, and Brother Jaguar Soul Fashion, in the 6th house, Luna is there. Alrighty, we're really bringing forth some way to serve things in an erudite fashion, guys. Even right now, as I give this testimony, let not these things go over your head, of course, because what we're really allowing ourselves to do is really be able to bring home those things that on a higher learning kind of fashion. Very interestingly, I wouldn't say, go and watch Ice Cube and Tyra Banks in the movie Higher Learning. However, there may be something even within that movie, because opposite of the 6th house is the 12th house, which deals with theater. So reflecting that, there may be something that you may see within that movie, so to speak, or any theme that's dealing with higher learning, or even in the beauty of erudition, right? Or the beauty pertaining to erudition, where you can find some sapiosexual type of bit of information or energy for yourself to be able to really get the nutrients necessary to serve your inner being, to serve your soul. In your subconscious mind, you may find a means to want to actually travel, maybe go someplace to serve others. You may want to go do charity. You may want to clean out, your closet and whatever clothes you have and shoes you have there. If it's not too sullied, too dirty, or whatever, you can put them in bags and actually give them to Salvation Army type energy, all right, for this lunar ingress to Sagittarius. After that, I have a sextile, right? So I have this harmony, this growth opportunity between the sun. Yes, I do. And they're in the green room, my love. They're actually, the good mother's actually here. So that's why I invited them to the green room, because I knew we was going to run past that time, but it's all good. I'm gonna make sure I got everything knocked out. So you correct. See, my everybody, you guys are so loving. I love you guys, making sure I'm on point. So yeah, but they're in the green room. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, you're good. I made sure I invited them. Like, look, I know we're gonna probably run past the time that I said. So just come on in the green room, see what we're doing, see how we kicking, see how we, really go over these charts, and then after that, we can just everybody just dump out the Zoom or whatever. Well, of course, I'll leave it or whatever, because we're live on YouTube. And then but baby, that's very thoughtful of you. I thank you for that. Sincere. But she's here with us in the green room. One thing you want to say right here. So with that being said, guys, let's just really, allow ourselves to really take our time to serve someone else. You know what I mean? You never given that one note to that guy holding the sign in the median strip. Do that on this day, right? 33 cents a day, you can help someone holding a convenience store cup, jingling it for change at a median strip as you wait at the red light for the left turn signal. I'm kidding. Anyhow, let's move forward. All right, I have a solar Uranian sextile here. So really just being, creative in sudden ways, suddenly changing things in sudden ways. So here we go. Let me grab that. Pardon me. Grab that. Thank you for the patience in advance. All righty, and boom, shakalaka, TikTok, don't stop her. Right? 15 degrees Pisces, 15 degrees Taurus, 43 minutes to make it part-time. All right, it's happening in the 11th and the first house, so the collective self and the collective sharing, right? Self-sharing, right? Interestingly, to really see where this is happening, right? First house is 3 houses from the 11th, or the 11th house is 11 houses from the first. So again, this is a communication theme and some shared communication that really is allowing ourselves to make some sudden changes, right? To be innovative, actually, innovative in the way that we value ourselves, in the way that we're going to be innovative in valuing ourselves. We have in counsel with us, actually, to a certain extent, in counsel with us, we have Mercury and Neptune. So we're really reinstituting some things that we've learned. A lot of people are finding a way of having this change of heart, and they're learning a new vocabulary. And this new vocabulary that they're learning, whether the internet, through their new peer group, or whatever the case may be, is allowing them to go through this sudden change pertaining to themselves and really pertaining to their values. So guys, this is where you change clothes and
Girl, I promise you no substitution.
It's just me. Uh-huh. Woo!
Sexy, sexy.
Yeah, I know, right? I
I
know, right? All right, anyway. So anyway, got a falafel wrap here, just waiting for me. So anyway, that's really what I got this year, guys. That's change clothes. Now, looking here, right, Luna and Jupiter, right? They're doing their trine thing, right? So there's a harmony happening at just maybe about 2 minutes after 1800 on the, whoa, did I just, let's run that back. Right? Luna trine Jupiter. Whoa. Damn, son, how did you get that far? All right, so let's go here. That is a lunar Jupiterian trine. That's what I got there, right? And let's hit that one time, 1801:59. That is almost 2 minutes after 1800. Here we have Luna at 8 degrees. Sagittarius, 12 minutes. So obviously we have a Jupiter here at 8 degrees. Aries, 12 minutes in the fourth house. So we're definitely expanding our ideals, especially when it comes to how we're really securing within our subconscious mind those things where we have some, erudite isolation. So we're really being like monks and nuns here, subconsciously. However, with that being said, we're allowing ourselves to find that harmony in the way that we're actually expanding ourselves, right? And really having this active, this very valuable and active creative way in doing it. All righty, so let's really allow ourselves, guys, here to really just expand the ideals and the ways that we secure ourselves, and we can allow our subconscious mind to really digest, so to speak, really digest those erudite things that we've learned, and we can thus, again, find those healthy pleasures in when we actually interact with others. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, well, please, brother Terrell. Tamari got the sauce day. And with that, I say Islam as I bring up this solar ascendant conjunction. Islam. Is Brother Jack able to come back yet or no?
I don't think he's came. I don't think he's came back in yet.
All right, this is what I'll do. I'll do the Luna Venusian 180, and then you do the second one, and I'll do the third one, and you're on to the 12th. So you're 3. All right, so I'll do. All right, so go ahead. You can do the sunrise, bro.
Oh, sun 19 degrees Cancer. Oh, would you look, if you take the one away, you get one of the 5 best days.
No, I know, right? You're hilarious, yo. You need some help, bro. You're hilarious. All right, go ahead. I hear.
But yeah, sun, ingress Cancer, sunrise, do your stretches, connect with your heart, your mind. And I yield and get into the first aspect.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It would have been, I mean, if that was the case, then we would have been rescheduling anyway then, honestly. So that's cool. Tomorrow's much better. Same bat time, same bat channel, actually. So if you're still here, and you are, and you can hear me, and I did see that come across the phone in the DM, sure. Same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow, and we'll get started sharp. Right, I might actually be even earlier to let you know you can come in early. Is that fine with you? You can respond back in the DM, yay or nay. But that would have cut right into it if I'm not mistaken, even right now. Where are we at? What time are we at? We would have been only 2 hours in, a little less than 2 hours in. So I'm glad you even told me that. So that's good. So if we got to do it even earlier than that tomorrow, that'd be great. So I'll give you a call after this weather report. Why am I doing this live like this, guys? Because it be real. Like, we really be like busy to the point where sometimes things run into each other. We don't mean for it to. However, you know what I mean? I got, things going on. I'm being grown in life. Alrighty. So, making sure I'm handling all affairs, with my brothers and my mothers, at home and abroad, So that's what it is. And yes, I would love to do that. We could probably do it earlier. So I'll give you a call after this weather report, if you don't mind. or I'll just, text you guys. All righty. So I appreciate you, mother. That works fine with me. Whoa, what was that, brother Corey? Hey, yo. Oh, man. I love this green room thing that we're doing, man. I really like it because there's different rooms of comments that are happening, right? Okay. All right. That's to Brother Sean's idea. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. All righty, guys. So I am doing this Luna. All right. I'm supposed to be finding Luna and Venus, right? And they have a 180 between them. That's what I said I'm going to do. That's not what I meant to do. Goodness gracious, why the freaking frack did I hit enter? All righty. There we go. Boom shakalaka. TikToker don't stop at 17:11 and 22 minutes. 17:11 and 22 minutes thereafter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, near a Baltimore corporation. All right. Luna and Venus, right? Look at them. Luna and Venus. All right. This is a 1-7 type of ordeal, right? So we are definitely allowing ourselves to have this home higher learning within ourselves to be able to reflect those values that we communicate, in how we relate to others. So guys, you're gonna really find yourselves allowing yourselves to really reflect the way that your subconscious mind and your values are really allowing yourself to really communicate and say what you say in a way that even when you go to publish the things that you want to say to others, particularly interestingly, I want to even say on the internet, right? What you'll be able to do, or even in text messages, right? This may even be on your phone. What you'll be able to do is really not even if it's not like a love note, what people will be able to see, because Moon is the people will be able to see that when you go to really share or send off what it is that you want, what will be communicated is the values that you have. And people will be able to really relate and really kind of see the unspoken values in the things that you're saying. You won't really deal with so much of a fascination and denial in the faded relationships that you're having, because what'll be brought to light really is just kind of those underspoken things. Those undertones are going to kind of really come to the forefront in those communications. All righty. So with that being said, Brother Sean is going to go in on this lunar Saturnian sextile. All righty. So with that being said, I'm going to type that 60 and hit this next button. Of course, you beloved brother Islam.
Islam, yeah, Brother Jed, back.
I'm back.
And wow, that's our soul.
All right.
All righty, broski doski. Well, it's all you on that lunar Saturnian sextile, and I'll set the next transit.
Oh, Islam. All right, yeah. So we're looking at the 11th of July, right? Moon sextile Saturn, right? Moon's in the 12th house. Saturn is in the 2nd house. All right, so this is emphasis on how we feel, specifically with 2nd house and the 12th house, both relating to feelings, specifically in some sense. With the moon being in Sagittarius and Saturn being in Aquarius, it's really relative to the way we were raised, so to speak. We may be figuring out or coming to terms with certain things that, or certain ways that we were raised, and how that may, just affect certain emotions or how we deal with certain situations, or how we may not heed certain advice until, certain experiences occur, with the Saturn bringing a delay. But at this moment specifically, there's an opportunity to, with sextile being an opportunity, to really understand or grasp or comprehend the beauty of discipline and how, you know, it's essential to not be so moved by your emotions rather than just observe your emotions specifically rather than, again, not being so moved by them with the moon being in itself. It's really just an observation on how these emotions, you know, move you. And then Saturn would be like, you know, specifically on how you may make impulsive or compulsive decisions based off of your emotions. Could just be eating to deal with a certain emotion. So all of these things may be coming to the forefront, you know, how to deal with your emotions and how to really discipline yourself to not be so emotional in any aspect. But also, really, this is a great time to really just dive into your natal chart as well. Really uncover yourself within yourself, so to speak. And definitely a good time to really just talk to your closest friends about your, you know, your childhood and things that you enjoy as a being and what you don't like as a being. Reconsideration is at this moment with the moon sextile Saturn. And then we can move on to the last aspect. Moon's going to square Neptune. So we got the moon in the 11th house and Neptune is in the first. Right, having that second house cusp. Yeah, so this is back to self again. Really, you know, who do you identify with? Who do you connect with? How do you connect with yourself? How do you value yourself? All of these things are pretty much coming to the forefront. Because Neptune being in the first, you know, it's very dreamy like. So, you know, it's figuring out how you like to utilize your imagination. And, you know, that can be frowned upon based on certain, you know, mindsets. So it's best to just really know how you want to utilize your emotions and your imagination for your own personal constitution. Like how does your imagination relate to who you are? Or how do you use your imagination to basically, you know, create anything that you see as valuable? Right. So this moon squaring Neptune. This is just like this is the tension moment. So now the rubber band is about to pop. So now you move accordingly. Yeah, so Neptune is dreamy imagination in the first house. So you're gonna, you know, figure out how that may be beneficial to you or detrimental, so to speak. With that, I yield the floor. The moon goes void. That's the moon's last aspect. That's like 7 hours and 19 minutes. If I'm not mistaken. From 2142 to 501. Is that void? Let me check. Yeah. 7 hours and 19 minutes. So, of course, you know, don't spend your resources. Instead of doing anything that you're used to doing, as always, you should probably go stargazing. That'll be dope. Actually, you know, connect to the astronomy if you're into the astrology. And with that,
Islam, bro. Excellent. That is 7 hours and 19 minutes also. Exactly. Pardon me. Falafel. God. Okay. So with that being said, ascendant conjunction. Gratitude indeed, our beloved brother, whom we well please. For the Jaguar, that's our soul. Right? And solar ascendant conjunction, right? Hold on. That's Brother Sean. Perdone me. Brother Sean Elaine L. All is well. I yield for you, beloved brother.
Man, it's long. I'm trying to locate me keys, but strange. But
do we need to cast a horary on it? That's what Brother Corey was saying. You want to cast a horary on it?
yeah, for sure. Let's see what.
All right. I'll do it. No,
16.
I'm serious. No bullshit. Let's save this. Let's save this chart and let's cast a horary and see where Brother Sean's keys are.
It's too late to ask for my locality.
Let's see. I'll actually bring this up. Let's do it.
He knows exactly where they are.
He knows exactly where they are.
He knows exactly where they are.
It is the first 5 degrees. I got the first 5 degrees of Sagittarius on the rise, bro. I want to start.
I got the last of Scorpio.
Wow. So, all right. So you do it from there. Right. So I'm in the Baltimore Corporation. If I see that, so Jupiter is who's asking the question. It's Brother Sean. Brother Sean's here at home, of course. Look, that's him at home, right? Interesting, right? Brother Sean's ascendant. All right, so he's at home though. All right, and he's asking about Mercury. Oh yeah, so they're definitely in the house because his keys he's looking for, right? To travel, the keys to travel, right? So they're definitely in the house. Where in the house though? Okay, so now we need to do the where in the house portion, bro. This is.
They better not be in your pocket.
Southwest. They're in his pocket. Did you just say they're in his pocket, bro?
They better not be.
Oh no, I would have heard that.
Yo, are you serious? I think they're. Where's the southwest of your house? Bro?
Wait, I think it just dawned on me where I think they might be at.
Let me know if that's the southwest of the house. I'm curious.
It would be. Let's see, because I think where I think they are, it's facing east.
It's facing east.
Yeah, because I think they're in the garage.
Okay, so the garage is facing east. Is it in the south? That's actually funny you said garage, because that's really close to the 8th house there. However, interesting, yes. Because this is the treasure chest where you would store things, so you would put the conveyance there. They might just be outside the garage.
I don't know, let's see.
I want to know, is it the southwest corner of the garage, though? Even though the garage may be east, is it the southwest corner pertaining to the garage where the keys are? I'm just curious. Where, bro? Where in the garage, though? Is it the southwest corner?
So it's like a little table in here. It's like a stack of some books and like a bag, like literally just sitting in between there.
Hold on, a stack of books. That would be Mercury, right? Venus is here too. So yes, very valuable things there. But I want to know, what direction is that, bro? I really want to know. Like, you know where east is, but within that portion, is that the southwest corner of the garage?
Southwest, let's see, because that's east, that's west. So it'd be like southeast.
So it was in the south, but it was in the southeast. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. As that we would definitely gonna go back and I want to go back and analyze that. So south was right. Instead of west, it was east. Okay. Interesting. Definitely in the house. It was near some books. Look at that, man. It was definitely near some books. That's interesting. All right. Back to what we were doing.
Oh man.
Horror is amazing, isn't it? Like people don't know, like you can find anything with horror. Anyway, so many things you can do. Anyhow, there's
All right, back to the AstroWeather report. So I got the sunrise.
let me get your all the way right. Oh yeah, that's definitely the sunrise there, bro.
All right, sunrise, sun in Cancer, man. Just open your heart and your mind. And I'll get to the first aspect. And we got a lunar ingression in Capricorn.
Pardon me, I didn't mean to do that just now. There's a lunar ingression in Capricorn. And that is actually happening before sunrise. So
Or Indy.
The previous button here. And there you go. You should have. Boom, there you go, bro.
All right, we got Luna ingress Capricorn. All righty, and we know that when this happens, or when anything occurs at 0 degrees Capricorn, that is the galactic center, the most important point in astrology. And just to get into the testimony here, that luckily Jag doesn't have in the 6th house, we have a time to where the collective will be wanting to structure how they service others, the drive within groups, and beautifying the home. Staying in a higher vibration as the emotions could feel limited or hindered, or the impulses to stay comfortable flow like the current. Could also be some out there talking to father figures, or maybe just some, masculine experts, just about their health, or how can one become more active in the community. And, so there's just going to be a drive to really, structure how you service yourself, really coming into any responsibilities, or there could be some coming into new responsibilities, and your drive is a little hindered, but, not to overindulge, in any social media activity, or, just kind of anything with that, finding ways to go with the flow and not, ground yourself too much. And I will yield and get into the next aspects with a Luna Martian trine. Let's see. All right, here we go. So we've got a lunar Martian trine. So we got Luna at 5 degrees, 11 minutes in the 3rd house, and Mars in the 7th house at 5 degrees, 11 minutes Taurus. All righty, so this is a harmonious time, as our subconscious and impulses are acting in harmony if one chooses to operate at higher levels and not detrimental lower levels. Self-action comes to the forefront of the mind after having nostalgia moments about one's early life or just the early upbringing, an opportunity to expand one's spiritual and mental viewpoint pertaining to self and home authority. And, home government's the first government versus those who take oaths to hold quote unquote seats of government. Going on short journeys to fulfill one's personal desires could be, by themselves with a partner, or taking one's nieces and nephews somewhere fun and exciting. So, with this aspect here, this Luna Martian trine here, and what's also really great about this is another mutual reception that we have here by exaltation, as Luna is exalted in Taurus and Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So yes, just use this grounding energy to really put forth, some plans and actions. And I will yield and get into my final testimony of the day, which will be a lunar Jupiterian square.
Nothing like that quartile.
Nothing like that quartile. Ain't nothing like them quartile. Ain't nothing like them quartile.
What?
Got Luna in the 1st. 8 degrees, 18 minutes Capricorn. Ooh. Then we got Jupiter in the 4th. at the same degree. So with this, I ain't writing nothing down with this. So with this square, because I just said from my previous statement that Luna and Mars are in mutual reception, and we also have a mutual reception with Jupiter and Sun by exaltation. So, this is just some double down, energy to really, get a push. And Mars is at the degree of, the cultist and the healer and the hermit. So, there could be some really looking to push what they do at home into their career, or really just finding their own self-identity here and taking whatever, steps necessary to really, square up or part tile their character up so that now they can expand. And so the conscious is going to give off, home vibes with this as well. There's also going to be some healing to the home. This is just self and home healing. And it's going to happen, whether, the truth is one to be admitted or, just the reality of things, it's happening, hashtag it's happening with this aspect. Also, really, we could be coming into just looking at any kind of obstacles, self-obstacles, unseen or just hidden forces, on how that we can really apply, the knowledge in ourself and, how we view things and into a structural and practical way, in order to really just expand on just what we value and how we can create. And that's also going to be a, childlike spirit, that's going to come out and play, like everyone's going to be like, yo, I don't know why, but I'm just letting the inner child, the younger part of me, just to be curious and excited about everything instead of just really getting into an energy of worry and, from what they see on television or, just on social media or just in their actual 5-cycle life, really just finding a way to get back into the roots of how they created and how excited they were as when we were children, and really just sharing that energy. And so that everyone can, really be able to heal themselves by just each of our personal story motivating each other. And, just some higher learning here in the home. So, and I'll yield for this lunar Jupiterian square, this is just the opportunity to really, get your mind right, like that Jesus song, young mud, get your mind right. But you can also get the home with it as well. And to use that, mutual reception energy, with your drive with Mars being in Taurus and Luna being in Capricorn, using that earth energy and also tapping into the fire and water elements to really just bring about a change in yourself, home, and personal transformation. And I'll yield.
Yes, wow. Here with Broski Broski. All right, the last 6 testimonies, all righty, that we have here. All righty, after this, solar ascendant conjunction here, right? At 21 degrees Cancer, 1 minute. At 0500 hours, 55 minutes and 52 seconds thereafter. For the 13th July, 2022, that is a Eloah Raphael Mercury day, right? And with that being said, guys, we have Luna clearly here in Capricorn, right? People would say, oh no, Luna is dominant here. Be debilitated here in Capricorn, right? Remember, it was in Scorpio, it was in its fall. That was the particular debilitation. Exalted in Taurus in its fall. That's why I call autumn fall. Because you guys have been reminded of your astrology the whole time. Anyway, I thought it was, why they call it autumn fall then? Because it's an astrological reference. It's one of those breadcrumbs, Handsome and Gretel. However, anyway, moving forward here, really allowing ourselves here, guys, to, have on our minds as we ascend a way of, really serving just serving the people with the essentials, guys. Like, really allow yourself on this day, on Wednesday, right, to really keep it simple. I really can't put it any other way, because you can really, you know, secure essential services for yourself, or be the one who really helps someone else to securely, you know, be served some essential things that they need in their life. All right. So really allow yourself to allow your heart and the way that you do things to align when it comes to serving others for this day. And, you know, be kind to those that serve you. All right. Now we have a Venusian, Saturnian trine here, right? Venusian, Saturnian trine. All right. Let's get it going there. And that is actually happening 27 minutes after 0000. So let's hit the previous one here. And 00 hours, 27 minutes, 24 seconds for 13th July. Again, that is Eloah Raphael, right? Miércoles 2022. All right. So with that, again, guys, we have this Venusian. All right. Venus is clearly here at 24 degrees, Gemini, 7 minutes. All right, so it is a trine with Saturn there at 24 degrees, 7 minutes retrograde, however, in Aquarius. And really does, when you just really look at, you know, some valued essentials and harmony, you're really seeing that what's valued is the communication, right? Some things really amongst, you know, your siblings, your brothers, those, your, you know, your mothers and brothers, those that are within the local community, really being able to share those things, because you're going to be able to really be creative in how you share. And what is it that you're actually sharing is a dominating means, right? You're really sharing some dominating things that, you know, you really came into this life, you know, to really complete. It's like, if you, let's say you have Saturn retrograde in your natal chart, you're really going to be able, especially those that are here that are astrologers, and you astrologers that have Saturn retrograde in your natal chart, this is going to be a means for you to reach into that treasure chest within your heart, within your soul, for real, for real. Really allowing yourself to reach. And when I say soul, I mean go deep within, like it's down to your feet. However, the seat is the pineal. All right, so you're really allowing that and bring it to, you know, from the heart to the throat chakra, and really allow yourself to communicate those things where you're thinking globally yet acting locally, and really allowing yourself to pour out not just your spirit, however, the knowledge and information that you actually came here with. All right, and you're going to really allow yourself to stand amongst your peers in a way where they're going to see you as a valuable and contributing member in society. All right. And with that type of Saturnian quality there, you know, it's not one that is pertaining to limitations. It'll just, now you'll see that what's essential about your standing and the values there in the community is you actually being a valuable and essential resource within the community. And that's what I actually see with this trine here. We have a lunar reflection to Mercury. So we have a lunar mercurial reflection here. And in looking at this lunar mercurial reflection, which is occurring at 0700 hours, 15 minutes, 21 seconds, again for Eloah Raphael, right? Miércoles, which is Wednesday, Mercury Day, 13th July, 2022. All right, so guys, we have Luna here at 17 degrees Capricorn, 7 minutes, and obviously we have 17 degrees Cancer, 7 minutes for Mercury. They're in the 12th, however, near fascination and denial and what moves the heart, you know, kind of almost midpointing those areas roughly. So what's really being communicated, guys, is really from the subconscious mind. You're really going to allow yourselves to really find a way of, again, this serving the essentials. However, when it happens, you got to be very hospitable in how you communicate. People are looking for nurturing communication. And when you really isolate nurturing communication to someone, this would be like in customer service where they say, make sure you learn someone's name. as you're speaking to them, learn their appellation as you're speaking to them or whatever, so to speak. Because, you know, names deal with federal agents. You're respecting people, you're respecting beings being human beings, right? Respecting beings being human beings, right? So, get out of here, boy. All right. Respecting the different sentient beings on the planet. I know sometimes when people hear human beings, they want to go into the monster argument. However, moon stars, we're all moon stars. You know, oh, but a beast and a monster is the same thing. Technically, it isn't. Take the etymology. One tries to make reference to the other when the other doesn't make reference to the other. All right. So allow yourselves then, even with what I'm saying right now, to make sure that what's being communicated and reflected is really essential and hospitable and really serves everyone, not just yourself, however, others. And in that way, we can really find the pleasures in relating to one another and find what's really healthy for all of us, right? Having fascination and denial about maybe those things that are, you know, we learned at home or whatever, but allowing that fascination and denial of those things that we learned at home, it kind of, you know, kind of still, even though they're, you know, on the rise, they're still blinded away while your, you know, communication within your heart is really coming and closing into being within counsel with the king, being the sweetheart of Allah, Habib Allah, which is Kazini, right? Habib Allah, right? So with the Habibi actually happening, or Kazini, that is, you're going to be able to now take these things with you that you reflect within your subconscious mind, how you serve others, being hospitable to others, and seeing how you reflected on those being hospitable seemingly to you. And when you go in counsel with the king, you'll be able to, you know, quote unquote, baptize your, you know, baptize your thoughts appropriately, so you can, you know, effectively deal with fascination now dutifully, in a very dutiful fashion. Honestly, because really that interesting though, it's 15 degrees, this is 16 degrees, so really Lilith is not even in there, it's really at 11th house, not 12th. However, very close, still by degree. We have a lunar Uranian trine. Alrighty, so with the lunar Uranian trine, what we actually have here, 18 degrees, Capricorn, 12 minutes, right? 5th house is where this is happening. So we're actually just being creative with some subconscious essentials. All right, and being creative with the subconscious essentials, we're really allowing ourselves to be very innovative in how we, you know, value erudition. So what we're going to allow ourselves to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is, you know, in a very creative and also very recreational sense. We're really allowing ourselves to really make a sudden change in what we valued in our foreign affairs, while really allowing our subconscious mind to really stabilize with things that we can be creative with, so that we can really even comprehend those things that are being poured out that are maybe seemingly some foreign values of others. However, we can now allow ourselves to, you know, really be active in how we really take those things that were shared with us that seemingly prophetic, right? So say we can take things that are given by Prophet Noble Ali, where we can study these things, and now we're allowing ourselves to do that actively, in a sense where we can now make these amazing innovations in how we move forward in our soul's destiny, and really being creative in how we go about our higher learning and our erudite endeavors, especially from the sense of really being self-creative with the essential things within our subconscious mind. This is really just trust yourself, you know, and have your attitude be appropriate for the altitude that you are destined to arrive at within. Now here comes the full moon, and we know that's going to kick off already at around 13 minutes after 1400 hours. Alrighty, we're going to have this solar lunar reflection. Alrighty. And again, that's happening at 1400 hours, 37 minutes, 27 seconds, again for Wednesday, 13 July 2022. Alrighty, and we can see right here during this full moon here is happening at 21 degrees Capricorn, 21 minutes, right? 21, that's a 3. All right, so working on that 3 energy, and then Cancer looks like a 6, 9, right? Very interesting, and it's happening in the 3rd and 9th house from the perspective Mary, the Baltimore Corporation. So, guys, really bringing to light what's really even amazing is that Sun and Luna are in their joy. Looky, Astro Cookie. Luna has his joy in the 3rd house. Sun has his joy in the 9th, rocking it out. Guys, what is happening here? I'm telling you guys, right here, right now, is this. Look, guys, those of you that are out there nesting, family, Bibling it up, this is about to be the beginning of that next generation. Like we are the new grandmas, grandpas, the new pops and nanas that the children are going to be looking at 50, 60 years from now and looking at the family album, talking about, look, grandpa was on one of those things, what they call them, but computers. They actually had screens, they had to actually touch them, where, you say how we just project things with this little box here. Yeah, they actually had to touch keyboards. Yeah, they call them keyboards. Ha, 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 ha. So guys, what you want that to be a conversation in 50 years or so. Here's where you're going to really start establishing the family photo album. Brother Sean, I mentioned it earlier with one of the aspects. Guys, this right here is family photo album time right here. Seriously. I'm not going to say anything else. This is it. This is the time capsuling family photo album aspect here. And I'm going to yield on that one. This is a very amazing full moon from the perspective near the Baltimore Corporation here on the State Republic. Goodness gracious. It's really amazing. And then Venus and Mars are ruling the first. The Mars is ruling the first. Venus is ruling the 7th. Like, are you serious? Are you guys really seeing what's happening here? It's like the universe is about to have a baby. Like, and it's definitely about to be, like, you guys are going to see, like, I think my brother had said it earlier, it's like people are going to the past in front of your face while you are rapturing to the future. And this is definitely that. This is divine rapture here. This is where you're gonna find out who you with. Honestly. All righty. Mercurial Uranian sextile. There's a Mercurial Uranian sextile. Here. I hit enter, didn't I? Goodness gracious. Let's just hit yes. Chart adjust. Pardon me. Find that aspect. Hit the wrong thing. Boom shakalaka. 2017, it says 2016, 32. All right. So let's get that going. It's a sextile, obviously. Lucky. Astro Cookie. 18 degrees Cancer, 13 minutes. All right. Going to 18 degrees Taurus, 13 minutes. 4th house. And 6th house. Mercury's in accidental dignity in the 6th. So Mercury here is really being able to communicate and serve in a nurturing fashion those that really need some detailed care. And that detailed care will be very innovative. For whom? It'll be very innovative for those that can actually really, value the way that the service is given. Like, this might be like, I'm not talking about happy ending massages here as much as, imagine, you go take your quote unquote dog to a vet. And the thing is, like, they're doing something different. They give out like dog lollipops or something to the dogs or whatever, or they give these like certain amenities that no one ever expected. Like, wow, they're treating the dogs better than human beings. So that's kind of this energy here with this Mercury sextile Uranus is interesting. Sixth house deals with pets. Alrighty. So when it comes to our pets, right? So from sixth house is third. Alrighty. Third from the fourth. So when it comes to our pets or whatever, or those that have pets, what we're really allowing ourselves to do is probably also, have a new home for them. Not necessarily a new home, so to speak, as if like you guys are moving. However, there may be a means for you to, even if you did move, now there's a dog house involved, or there's a room for the dog, or something to that extent when it comes to considering maybe have a new cage for the hamster or the guinea pig. I'm not encouraging you guys, keep a zoo or something, anything like that, or for you people, for those of you that have animals that's, birds flying around the home and things like that. I just really think that when it really comes to pets, you guys are going to really be able to find a way to share the space and really transform some space for them so they can be able to have their own. I think that's kind of what people are thinking, really, in a way to really just kind of serve the pets so the pets can feel more part of the family. Because I think people are really recognizing that the pets that they have, they're not dumb pets. You guys are really noticing the affection that your pets are requiring, actually. Especially those of us that have, canines, so to speak, and as it's called, and you see how the canine are coming, nudge your hand up to their head so you can pet them. That's very entitled, you canine. However, that's what this aspect is kind of showing also. So you're going to find a way to carve that out for them, some time, some space for your loved one. And finally, there's another sextile. This, however, instead of lunar Mercurial Uranian, it's going to be lunar Neptunian. So we got this lunar Neptunian sextile here. And it's actually taking place just 40 minutes later, 20:56:31. And finally, this finally for Iloa Raphael, right? Wednesday, 13th July 2022. All right, and that sextile is really happening between Luna and Neptune, all right, between the 12th and the 2nd houses, right, between where we can isolate ourselves and have our spirituality experience, the art pertaining to breathing, and the values, right, the values which are third from that, so the things that can be communicated from those isolations of the values that we can express from ourselves. So we're really instituting those values in a way where we're really expanding, again, those ideals, right? So again, guys, when you see this right here, guys, Jupiter between Neptune and Chiron, we're really allowing ourselves to really expand and really expand ourselves by instituting the way, by teaching from our wombs, all right, really bringing the values out in that, and then allowing us to really share those things with people to allow them to help us ascend in a transformative way so that they can be able to, one, value the astrology, value how you can isolate yourself and just studying yourself astrologically, guys. I am encouraging you to get your mirror AstroLiteracy sessions scheduled, all right, because here you can actually really see how you can go about these things and enjoy yourself by really meeting yourself, by really remembering the language pertaining to astrology, all right? So with that being said, I'm going to yield the floor there, all right? Going to stop the screen share. And what I'm also going to do here is add my bro back. I didn't know that Brother Terrell had came out, so we add him back to the spotlight. All right, so with that being said, guys, all righty, we have July 8th. All righty, July 8th is when you guys, and right, Brother Terrell went in on July 8th just briefly. All right, you guys will get your solar return reading, all righty. You have until the 8th. Anything after the 8th, we're not going to do your solar return reading at the rate that's pertaining to, the 180 units for LMOs and tuition and lieu of lawful money. I am Brother Sean. I'm running this special on the 8th July. All righty, and we will, whoever you guys are, will take the last orders on July 8th. After July 8th, 11:59 and 59, 11, you know what I mean? When 2,300 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, your order's not in by then. Once it strikes 0, 100 hours for the 9th July, that's according to Eastern, all right? So we're going to base it off of Eastern, all right? Because that's what you guys see we have here as far as the calendar, All right. So with that being said, guys, you can get it in then. And we're going to go in on this impromptu improv sort of kind of thing. So we got a few things coming up for Friday or whatever, the solar return celebration, but we just taking on, taking new people on or whatever at a low rate of what it is that we're doing, because it's really worth almost 3, if not 4 times as much what we're saying. So for the 180 units of little lawful money, you guys will be able to get the session done by me and brother Sean. Will put together the report, and it's going to be elaborate because we don't fuck around at all. We really don't. So with that being said, what I will have for us at this moment do is say and ask, are there any other questions, comments, and/or suggestions? Any other questions, comments, and/or suggestions going once?
No.
Questions, comments, and/or suggestions going twice.
No.
Comments, questions, and/or suggestions going thrice. I'd like to thank my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay. Has been rocking with me since, Brother Terrell was actually the first, bro, after myself to be a part of the Astrology Firm. And Brother Corey Bay, shout out to our brother President Corey Bay. Right, so the shout out to Brother President Corey Bay, and then secondly is Brother Benjamin Bay. Shout out to Brother Benjamin Bay also, and then last but not least, as far as the original 5 is concerned, Brother Sean, Alim, Brother Braveheart L. They're shutting down your TikToks. You know what I'm saying? With the 7HealStar hashtag. Thank you so much again to Brother Sean. Has 7HealStar at over 250,000 views. All right, the hashtag 7HealStars have over 250,000 views on TikTok. So you guys go and check that out. All right. And bring that up to some higher numbers, see some things pertaining to astrology. You want to really have us, a part of your astrology conversation. Hashtag 7HealStar. And I'm pretty sure we'll check it out. We're going to check out the hashtag and see, hey, look, but other people are using 7HealStar, I guess. Interesting. However, we already know who 7HealStar is. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. All right, so make sure you schedule your Mirror AstroLiteracy sessions with either Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, or Brother Corey Bay, and Brother Sean Alina and Brother Benjamin Bay are qualified also. However, actively, I think Brother Sean is doing reports, and I'm pretty sure he will do your Mirror session last. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to yield the floor, but not before I say, be yourselves and. Oh, unmute, Brother Jay.
Oh no, donate. Islam. Be yourselves and donate.
I'm glad that the good mother rescheduled for tomorrow. That'd be great. She said she had to go and get our little ones anyway, which means in the middle of the session we would have had to stop anyway, so that's not a problem. So that's great. So maybe we can get it in early tomorrow, because tomorrow is Thursday, right? And then we have, I think, the We Do Bros. So let me go and finish putting this basketball goal together for my son's son. All right. So with that being said, no other questions, comments, and suggestions. I love my beloved brothers and whom please. Namaste to you all. Islam. Peace out.